Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there was a man who was stuck with fear. He was so afraid of everything that he couldn't do anything. He was afraid to take any action because he was worried about what might happen if he did. He was afraid to speak up because he didn't want to draw attention to himself. He was afraid to make decisions because he was afraid of making the wrong one. This went on for so long that eventually he became known throughout the land as the man who was too afraid to live. One day, though, enough was enough. He had had it with being afraid, so he decided that he was going to do something brave, something that would show everyone that he wasn't as weak as they thought he was. He didn't know what to do at first, but then he remembered an old legend about a magical amulet that could give its wearer courage. The only problem was that the amulet was said to be guarded by a fearsome dragon, and the dragon lived at the top of Mount Cinder, the tallest, most dangerous mountain in the kingdom. But our hero wasn't about to let this stop him. He knew that if he could get the amulet, it would make him the bravest man in the world. So he started his journey to Mount Cinder. It was a long and difficult climb, but our hero was determined to reach the top. Along the way, he had to face many fears, but he pushed through them all until finally he reached the dragon's lair. The dragon was huge and scary, but our hero wasn't scared. He had found the courage he needed within himself, and he was ungoing to let the dragon intimidate him. So he fought the dragon, and to his surprise, he won. When the dragon was defeated, he learned that the amulet wasn't actually necessary. He had already proven himself to be brave, and there was no one in the kingdom who was too afraid to live. From that day on, he was known throughout the land as the hero who had faced his fears and won. And it all started with one small step. One small step that he took, even when he was afraid. Because that's what courage is all about. It's not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act despite it. And if our hero had been able to see that in himself, he wouldn't have wasted so much time being afraid. But now he was finally free from his fears, and he could live the rest of his life knowing that he was the bravest man in the world. And that, my friends, is the power of facing your fears and releasing them. Because when you release your fears, you can become the hero of your own story. You can do amazing things that you never thought possible. So don't let fear hold you back. Face your fears and release them, and watch what happens. You just might surprise yourself.